Tony, and I'm going to make this card today. It's a A2 size card, 5.5 by 4.25. Has an insert, and it fits into an A2 size envelope. It also has the added feature of a little paper clip that you can clip on the inside or on the outside, your preference. To get started, you're going to need 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, cut in half on the short side at 5.5, and you're going to need a contrasting paper. And the measurements to the contrasting paper are 8.25 by 5.25, and of course your base is 8.5 by 5.5. And this is folded in half. You can just fold it, or I use my Martha Stewart scoreboard to try and get it straighter. And since it's 8.5, 4.25 is half of that. So I should get a nice fold there. And the insert is a little bit smaller. It's 8.25 by 5.25, and 4 1/8 is where you score it, because it's half of 8.25. And then you just fold it, and it will be your insert. But we'll get to that in a little bit. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to mat your card. To mat your card, you're going to need a mat in the contrasting paper, and this size is 4 by 5.25. And you can take your tape runner and you can adhere it that way, or I use this art glitter glue. It's more forgiving if I don't get it totally even the first time, and it doesn't come out so fast that I get big gobs of glue. So that's why I choose that one for now. And then I can take a squeegee, whoops, and just move the glue around a little bit so it's all smooth on there. The next thing you're going to need is the mat. So that mat that goes right here, and you need the contrasting paper, of course, for interest and extra. And I do the same thing with this. Smooth the glue. Now I'm going to take a piece of 1/4-inch ribbon that I got this one from Walmart, I think, and just cut it a little bit bigger. Find the wrong side. Sometimes it's hard to find it. And just glue it. Dab of glue. This precise tip on the art glitter glue is really nice. And then on the other side, I just kind of fold it over and glue it. And there's my front. You can take this and set it here. And again, I'm going to glue it. You can use ATG gun or score tape or the glue. I like the glue. It doesn't make anything crinkly because you're using so little of it, and it's really sticky. And then I take it and I squeegee it on. Now it's time to make my clouds. As you can see, there's clouds here. I used my Cricut Maker to cut out the clouds. And this is how I did it. There's a free file in the design space, and I cut out the shadow in a darker color and of course the cloud in white. And all I do is take my glue and I go around the bottom. Am I doing that right? Yeah. The bottom there. Put some right here too. And I got some pretty far underneath, but you can just wipe it down. This glue dries clear, so it's not a big problem. I would definitely recommend glue and not a tape gun for this part. Do the same thing with the small one. And then I take I have a sponge dauber. There's a lot of different kinds. I just got this one with the handle. And let's see. I think it's a Tim Holtz by Ranger. And I just dab on my clouds. And I can move a little bit this way too. Half off, half on. And then I like to dimensionalize them. So I'll set them on my card like so. And I get my dimensional tape. Put it on my card, on my cloud. You can get this tape anywhere. Craft stores, Walmart. Stick it on there. Peel off the back. And put it on your card. And you have your clouds. The next thing you're going to do is your balloon. I have this balloon, and I also have the vellum balloon. I wouldn't suggest glue on the vellum. I would suggest the tape runner. But this one is just fine with the glue. I used my Cricut Maker to cut this out. It's another free file. It's a hot air balloon file. And I see that these aren't all poked out. There we go. And I take my glue. I usually line it up with the lines on the bottom. There's my balloon. When I do it this way, I used 2 of the same cut, and I take off the bottom basket and just use the balloon. And I take my tape runner, and since my sign is going to be covering up the middle, I know that I can put it right in the middle and it won't be shown. Doesn't even matter if it rolls because it'll pop up the sign a little bit. And that's the way I do it for the vellum one. So it's going to need a bow. I tied this bow out of the same ribbon. And I'm going to put it right here. And there's the ribbon. I'll move this out of the way for a minute, and we're going to make the sign. What I did when I made the sign is I used my Big Hic so I can get it exactly where I want it. I use these Stampendous dies, and I use these 2 small ovals. They're perfect. I use them for so many things. And the reason that I use the Big Hic instead of the Cricut Maker for the signage is because I want to get it perfectly in the middle, like so. And then when I roll it through, I have a perfectly cut oval. And I roll it back. See? Perfectly cut. I did the same with this oval. I just used the bigger one. And then it turns out just like that, which is really nice looking. Once again, I pull out my glue. This is a glued card. And I center it on the yellow back piece. And for a little bit of a sparkle, I take the gold one. I bought this. It's supposed to pick them up. A pick-me-up. Let's see how it works. And you can just set it down there. Hold it. Oops. It's got some gooey stuff on it. Try that again. There. So I'm going to put it on my balloon. Like that. Sometimes I'll take, I don't want to smear any of the ink. There's my balloon. I'll put the balloon on the card. Put it like right here. Take some dimensional tape. Tiny piece for the basket. Next, I'm going to take our Soar With Us. I cut this out using the Lawn Fawn dies. I use the larger one with my big kick again, and I cut it here, but not here, so I could just have it straight. And this way, it's called the Lawn Fawn Everyday Sentiment Banners. This way, I can cut off some of this, as straight as possible, and I will glue it on. For the dovetail, I usually cut the center right up to the center like so, and then I'll cut it up to there. Make sure I get it. And then from the corner, up to there. And that's our Soar With Us. And I'll just glue that on. And that's the inside, or the outside of our card. We just have one more thing, and that's our paper clip. So what I did is I took these two dies and cut the medium one out of the blue paper and the small one out of some contrasting, interesting yellow paper. So it kind of matches the balloon, but not quite, because the balloon is plain and here's yellow, but it's the same color and hue. I noticed that when you have cards with two main colors and one or two accent colors, everything goes together well. So there is my banner, and then you'll take a paper clip. I chose a blue one. You can get a gold one or whatever color you're making your card. And I took it and I want to slide it on to my paper. But if I slide it on this way, you see how this is short right here? You don't want it that way. You want the long side. So put it on. And the long side is where you're going to slide your banner. Now you fold it in half, kind of askew so you can see the inside of the back piece. Something like that. Pick your side you like. And then slide it on that way. Now you can take it off and you can glue it down where they touch. Pretty much the middle right here, they touch. And maybe just down right here, they touch. Now I took a bird that I inked up. I just took a regular wood bird. And I took some distress ink. I took Faded Jeans and Wild Honey. And then just a little touch of red at the bottom. And it's all with ink and all with daubers. And I glued him on. And there you have it. Oh, I forgot one thing. The insert. Okay, open up your card and slide some tape runner right there. Just down the center. Now get it close to the edge, fold close to the edge of the other side, and then slide that one over. And then when you open it, this is stuck down, but this isn't, so it's an easy open close. If you were to put both sides, it wouldn't work. So you need to have it like that. Then you could take your paper clip, slide it in, and there's your card. Thanks for watching.